Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Bat Châtillon 155-58. It's the Tier 10 French SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Pilsen, and it's under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP. And it's, well, the last entry she sent in for last week's competition. Game on! Well, as you know, Angelina and Talon 1958 both have a competition to who gets to get sleep in at the weekend on a Sunday morning, and who has to get up and look after their little boy. And, well, Angelina basically had already scored a first class on one of her previous games. I think it was the M53, M55. It's in the video list. And so she'd already basically nearly won the competition by this phase. In fact, she did win the competition, and so she's actually playing an extra game that she doesn't have to, but just because she enjoys it. Now, it's a 155mm howitzer mounted on a hull that would have come from an M47. The French were toying around with various ideas about having a rotating turret, and this was one of the options they came up with after they already built the 155-55, which was in 1955. And you notice how, because the turret faces the enemy, she could just drive forward and she's changed position and the enemy can't work out where she is. Very smart move, actually. In fact, I think that was one of the ideas that the original designers wanted to use. Okay, we've got a 13105. Tier 10 light tank. See if she can get around on that guy. Difficult shot. She's got 3 shots to play with. Rounds out. Oh, yes, she gets some splash. Changes position yet again. Just has to move back one. 10 seconds intra-clip reload for the 155mm round. Okay, she's dialing in again because, of course, moving will affect the rescue. And rounds out. Well, it landed on the ridgeline, so she didn't get that one. And now she's got a long reload. Standard reload, 49.86 seconds. Angelina's dropped that by 3 seconds to 46.68. In the meantime, she's going to be looking to see which targets she can hit with the next 3 shells. In fact, it's a very good idea to do that, so you can know exactly where those shells have to go the moment they've been loaded. Used to be that the Bat Chat 155-58 had 4 shells and a very short reload as well, which meant, of course, that you could get all 3 shells into the same target very quickly. But since these are 155mm, they're only capable of 680. First shell out, hits the mouse. So they're capable of 680 alpha, 48mm per pen, 7.6 meters burst radius, and a duration of 12.5 to 27 seconds. So it's not as long as some of the other shells. Second shell hits the Super Conqueror for 252, so a little better with that shot. And she's changed position again. Notice how seamless it is as well. Totally avoids counter battery because you can't hit a target that keeps moving all the time. And don't we as Arty players know that, because of course if a tank keeps moving all the time, it makes it very difficult to pin them down. She's going for the Super Conk again, and she gets another hit. 41 hit points. Now, some have asked, can they actually join in with the competition every week? Well, not with the competition with Angelina and Talon, because of course it's about their little boy. But you can set up your own competition if you want to. Oh, somebody just got Amaraked. In fact, it was a T92 in the corner. Got taken out by our 2685. Yes, if you want to set up your own competition, that's perfectly okay. You just need to let us know, so you are going to be sending in regular replays every week in competition. And of course, you'd need to let us know the rules and also the prizes for the winner. Now that E50M rounds out, splashes in from the rear. He's trying to stop our guys coming into the cap area. Angelina's going to try and make it really difficult for him. Now, she was having difficulty trying to get close there because he's actually just sitting on the corner, and he's fixed his tracks now. She's got no other targets in sight that she can decently hit. In fact, it does look... Oh, well, she opted for the mouse instead. And she's got one more shell. The mouse has fixed his stun, so this shell wouldn't be able to help the IS-7. But she might be able to hit these guys. She dials in the IS-7, rounds out. It hits the building, unfortunately. Hits the warehouse structure. Sometimes RNG will send the shell where you don't want it to go. Now, of course, in the competition for Angelina and Talon, their competition is based on the best mastery you can get. And after that, how many medals you can get. And after that, the Win 8 score. And to get the Win 8 score, we use Salty Jedi website or What Record. Either of those two sites will actually provide you with the Win 8 for that game. Very useful, actually, the Win 8 number, because of course it's based on damage, whereas of course mastery is based on assistance more than anything else. Rounds out. Oh, she killed the IS-7, and I think she did damage, or at least she is showing some damage to Superconk as well. And she got track damage on him and pumped the second round into him as well. And she got some more stun assist when the Badger took him down. She's now got the rear end of the mouse, and she pumps around in there, and he can't fix his first... Oh, he does fix it. How did he do that? Unless, of course, he's got two first aid kits. Or maybe his first aid kit that was on cooldown. But the mouse managed to get rid of the stun very quickly. He's one of only 3 enemy tanks still alive. They've got the FB215B, the British Tier 10, and 2 mouses. Or mice, I should say. Or mices. Okay, can we get another round in? She's almost loaded. We can see the enemy FB215B's in the factory. Rounds out. Yep, it's a hit. And she stunned him. And he can't fix his stun this time because he is out of repair kits or first aid kits. There's the second one. And she got some assist off that one. Some stun assist. And the third shot's ready. Rounds out. And she gets a hit for 237. And there's somebody gets the kill. So only one enemy tank left. It's a mouse. Another mouse inside the factory. And Angelina, well, she can't get a shot on him while he's inside the factory. But what she can do is she can move. And this is one of the faster RTs in the game. It can do 62 kilometers an hour. So she can either go straight to the cap area to put pressure on the guy, or she can actually drive into the factory and shoot him directly. But he's gone down, and that is the end of the game. It's a victory. Well, Angelina told me that I didn't have to do this replay because she knew she'd won the competition already. Talon was having great difficulty trying to get a better replay than Angelina, and I think in the end he gave up, and Angelina won it on her last replay, which was the first class and the bruiser. That's all she got. And she got another one in this one, another first class and a bruiser from this game, and so she was very happy with this. Said, you don't have to do the replay, but I do it anyway because I rather enjoy watching these games and seeing how Angelina keeps improving. She gets better and better every time, and we're seeing that improvement, and it's getting very dangerous and difficult for Talon to win the competition simply because he's the master and she's the student, but she's surpassing the master now and getting better results than he does. Anyway, that was the first class and a bruiser medal. And Angelina also got a win 8 of 1,874 out of it. If we look at the team score, we can see she didn't get the highest damage. That went to an E5 on our team, who also picked up a Confederate in high caliber for 7,095 hit points. Second highest damage was a Jaegeru on the enemy team with 5,603. And the third highest damage went to the 60 TP on her own team with 4,636. Angelina didn't get a lot of actual damage. In fact, some of the tanks she was firing at, the tier 10 tanks, had very thick armor, so very difficult for her to get through that armor. In fact, virtually impossible. 1,965 hit points of damage. She managed to pick the right tanks to get some damage out of the game. And we can see that T22 medium got a steel wall in the game as well. So it's reasonable. It's a good amount of damage, better than some of the enemy team. And when it came to kills, Angelina only got the 1 out of the game. The top scorer was, in fact, the mouse on the enemy team. He got 5 kills. 3 kills went to our T22 medium. 2 kills went to the T125, the Object 268 version 5, and the the other mouse on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, Angelina managed 889. The top scorers were the T125 with 1,172 and the T22 medium with 1,011. And third place, the IS4 with 994. So only 2 players managed to get over 1,000 base in the game. But you can see Angelina's shells were having an effect because she did get 889, which is on the high side, especially when you compare it against the losing team. But of course, losing team always ends up with less XP because there's a bonus for killing all the enemy team. Angelina fired 15 rounds in the game. She got 8 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but 14 splash. Damage of 1,965 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. She damaged 6, killed 1, so I think she did miss out on that Confederate. We did see that the E5 managed to get a Confederate, and he got 8 and 2. So if Angelina had hit just 1 more tank, she would have got a Confederate as well. So it's a pity because she would have ended up with a medal out of that game. But going back, we can see that she got 676 from damage assist, where she knocked the tracks off somebody and they then got hit. And she got 1,272 hit points of stun assist of 13 stuns. So combined damage, 1.8, 1.9 is close to 4k in damage. So that combined damage, and that really did have an effect upon the game. On a free-to-play account, Angelina managed 14,420 credits from that game, and she picked up 5 bonds because it was tier 10 and 1,778 experience points as well. As she said, this game was for the Lion, but she already did have the win, and therefore there was no need to continue. But yeah, she just enjoys the game, and why not? As Klaus Kellerman was pointing out today in one of his videos, if you enjoy something, do it for the enjoyment. You don't have to be a nuisance to other players. The thing is that if you have a skill at doing a particular thing, play to that skill, and then you'll get a bit of enjoyment out of it. And I know certainly a lot of Arty players to play to that skill, and they do get enjoyment because it's difficult playing Arty. It's not as easy as you think. As a lot of tank players are now finding out, if they want to play Arty, they suddenly realize, yeah, it's a little more difficult than you think it is. But I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And please do remember that at the moment we're trying to help Edwin E20 of Awesome Epic Guys, who also produce great videos, and they're trying to raise funds to help Edwin pay off the debt that he has to pay to his former girlfriend, so he can keep his home and keep producing those videos. So any help that you can provide, there's a link to the GoFundMe in the video description down below. And thank you very much indeed for watching.